What is it that has you so angry? Is it the attackers?
It's the attackers, but it's also the attacks. It's like, you know, at first it was a thing of like, listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth. Then it became a thing of like, oh, how can you doubt that? Like, how do you not believe that? It's the truth. And then it became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth.
Welcome back, everybody. We have some breaking news out of Chicago related to the Jussie Smollett case. I actually want to read a statement from Jussie Smollett's attorneys in full. Here's what it says. Today, all criminal charges against Jussie Smollett were dropped, and his record has been wiped clean of the filing of this tragic complaint against him. Jussie was attacked by two people he was unable to identify on January 29th. He was a victim who was vilified and made to appear as a perpetrator as a result of false and inappropriate remarks made to the public, causing an inappropriate rush to judge.
So that he could go on with his life and get this over with and not have to fight and not have to continue with all of the disruption to his career. He is a very sweet individual who has for a lifetime dedicated himself to his career, to the public, to children, to the movement in the LGBTQIA community. And this was a disruption to that. He wants to get back to it. I'll allow you to hear from him briefly, and then we're gone.
Hey everybody, I just made a couple notes. First of all, I want to thank my family, my friends, the incredible people of Chicago and all over the country and the world who have prayed for me, who have supported me, who have shown me so much love. No one will ever know how much that has meant to me, and I will forever be grateful. I want you to know that not for a moment was it in vain. I've been truthful and consistent on every single level since day one. I would not be my mother's son if I was capable of one drop of what I've been accused of. This has been an incredibly difficult time, honestly one of the worst of my entire life. But I am a man of faith, and I'm a man that has knowledge of my history, and I would not bring my family, our lives, or the movement through a fire like this. I just wouldn't. So I want to thank my legal counsel from the bottom of my heart, and I would also like to thank the state of Illinois for attempting to do what's right. Now I'd like nothing more than to just get back to work and move on with my life. But make no mistakes, I will always continue to fight for the justice, equality, and betterment of marginalized people everywhere. So again, thank you for all the support, thank you for faith, and thank you to God. Bless y'all, thank you very much.
Now, wait a minute. Let's back this up here for a minute. We know that this Jussie Smollett, he committed, or there was some kind of mail fraud. Okay, maybe he got released on all these state charges from Cook County out of Chicago. But what about the mail fraud that we know about? Let's take a look at these letters here. They look like a kindergartner did them, but yeah, there's the envelope, and then there's the picture that was inside. Looks like magazine cuttings. But now there's a story that goes, there was a rookie cop. This rookie cop somehow, some way gets put with the postal inspector investigating on like one of his very first investigative crimes or whatever, and he sees how bored these postal service clerks are. This guy, you know, after he was done working coincide with this postal inspector, he went back and probably never saw the extent of investigative techniques that was used by this postal clerk in the history of working. I'm not dead certain on that, but that's how the story goes. So this guy got to witness how bored these U.S. postal inspectors are when something comes their way and they get to go tote around, drive around, investigate, carry their gun. They're all about it. And ever since 9/11 with, white substances being sent in the mail, bombs, they're all over this. And this isn't going anywhere. This Jussie Smollett, I believe there's probably federal crimes coming down. I don't know why the state, agreed to let go, and then he gets a day or two here to kind of gloat again, and then boom, charges come. Or there's something bigger possibly. Was this an orchestration, which we all seems to sound and look like it is, and some of us believe that. Did he give up names to people above him, handlers, people that worked with him to do this? And was there a bigger fish to fry? The next few days will tell us more on that. And when I'm talking about the U.S. postal inspectors, the police over there doing their investigative work, folks, we're talking about handwriting analysis. The letter was sent off to Quantico. We know that for hand, analysis. Of course, nobody's going to write like they normally write. What about the stamps? Was somebody, dumb enough to actually lick them and put DNA? We're looking at fingerprints, hair droppings left in the letter, skin, follicles breaking, or even, where did this get dropped off at? What kind of random mailbox? Again, did you have your cell phone on you? Because they can get that triangulated. So there's all kinds of digital means, DNA of sorts, different things like that. We know that things weren't planned out that well on the forefront. The whole beating was supposed to take place on camera so it can be recorded and then released. They failed to get that recorded because they didn't do enough research to see which way the camera was even pointed. I mean, that was one flaw. I think the two brothers or guys from that acted in the beating weren't supposed to have their phones on them, but we know that they did. When after they attacked them, they walked a few blocks away and proceeded to order a Uber or whatnot. So they weren't, I think that was discussed, to not have your phones on you. So we'll see what all this brings, and does it just go away, and is this the end of it? I don't think so. So let's keep our ears open, and we'll keep paying attention and following along for this story. All right, I'm Michael. This is a Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you worldwide. Where we go one, we go all. Please make sure you're subscribed. Take a look in the description box. All the links are down below. The email, the P.O Box, the links to do any donations. We appreciate it. And all the donations that have come in the last few weeks. Again, we appreciate it. God bless each and every one of you.